Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, I got my court papers. Thank you.
Here's his divorce paperwork. It got delivered on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Who want to holler at me, holler at me.
He's a single man, ladies. He's up for grabs. He's up for grabs.
You cheated with my niece's dad, with my sister, to my brother, her baby father. And that was my brother's best man.
I genuinely fell for the guy. I've known him for over a decade. We've been friends for over a decade. Yes, of course I met him through my husband.
Please don't be so mean to me, okay? I'm very sensitive, okay? And I want to defend myself. I am such a good person, okay? I have a good heart.
So, a woman handed her husband divorce papers on Father's Day, filmed it, posted it on TikTok, and genuinely thought people were gonna celebrate with her. They did not. What happened next is a full-blown family war with cheating, a dead sister, and enough mess to fuel an entire reality show season. By the end, you're gonna need a flowchart just to track who slept with whose baby daddy. Oh, and that devastated husband you saw? He never said one word publicly through any of this. Keep that in mind. This is the video that started it all. Ashley and her ex going over divorce papers. Watch the energy in this room real close.
Oh, he's acting like he knows how to read.
Make sure everything's right.
You better give me 10K a month. Just give me my money, yeah.
Don't get. Goodness gracious.
I'm ready to sign them papers.
Is this right?
Well, you and I were married. We had a life together. You still have to maintain their lifestyle. She'll be the only one you're paying child support for unless you're going to be having anybody popping out babies. Your dad is wants to have another baby.
Don't listen to your mom. Your mom's burn mouth.
He wants to have a new girlfriend and give her a baby.
Mom, no, you're tricking me.
I am tricking you. I'm just joking.
We're divorced. Happy Father's Day. You're a single man. You're a single man, friend. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, I got my court papers. Thank you.
Here's his divorce paperwork. It got delivered on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Who want to holler at me, holler at me.
He's a single man, ladies. He's up for grabs. He's up for grabs.
For a stepmom.
All right. They looking for a stepmama. Nibby right here. They looking for a stepmama. Happy Father's Day, fam.
Father's Day. Of all 365 days, you picked Father's Day. She's grinning like she won the lottery, while he looks like his dog just died. Then she jokes about getting $10,000 a month in child support, and the internet said, "Oh, so you're the villain." Was she joking? Sure. Did anyone care? Nope. Here's the thing about posting your divorce on the internet while smiling. People assume you're celebrating ruining someone's life. And when you announce your ex is up for grabs and looking for a step-mama, while your kids are right there, ma'am, they're gonna see this video. They're gonna watch their mom announce dad's back on the market, like he's a used Honda Civic. That's not cute. That's traumatizing. The comments went nuclear. People defended the husband. People questioned her motives. And Ashley realized maybe, just maybe, this didn't land the way she thought it would. So when the internet drags you, what do? Make a response video, obviously.
All right, so apparently I owe you guys a story time. I was not expecting that video to blow up, and even more so, was not expecting y'all to be trolling me like that. I will give you guys a story time, but I do want to talk to my ex-husband because I don't want to embarrass him too much, and I don't want to make him sound like he's this horrible person, because I promise he's not. He did do some horrible things to me, and I mean, I'm not perfect. I did some crazy things to him too. Ultimately, yes, he did cheat, and for all those, oh, you're supposed to be married till death do you part, I took him back after that, okay? And he not only just cheated, there was a lot more to that. We'll get into that, but I did try to make it work. I did. I felt really guilty, and for all you guys talking about I'm so happy, I was literally almost on my deathbed last year. I'm talking about therapy 3 to 4 times a week, okay? I had 10 hours of therapy a week, okay? To the point that they almost committed me. And I wasn't always happy. This is the end, okay? You guys didn't see the before, okay? I'm just showing you guys the end, and this is a happy moment for both of us, okay? He's good, okay? I just called him to let him know to read the comments on my TikTok for all y'all that are rooting for him. He said he's good, okay? And for all y'all talking about he should have been with the black queen, he done already moved on and got another white girl. And if you really must know, I'm half Latina, okay? My mama from Guatemala, okay? So yeah, and all y'all worried about the 10K a month, that was a joke. That man is not paying me $10,000 a month, okay? I have to pay him, all right? This beautiful house that I get to live in, I didn't just get it, okay? The house with the kids, yeah. I gotta pay him for that, all right? Yes, he has to pay me child support. I have 2 of his kids. So I'm not just after it for the money. Oh, and guess what? I forfeited all of my rights to everything that I was entitled to, okay? Because guess what? I didn't care about the money. I cared about my peace more, okay? I just wanted to be out of that relationship because all of the trauma that I've gone through, which I will give you guys all that. Just not tonight. I'm tired. I wasn't expecting this. I need to get ready. I'm going on vacation this week. And for everybody saying this is not anybody's business, yeah, you're right. But this is my TikTok, and I post my life and what I'm going through. And this is a pretty big moment for me. But yeah, just stick around. I promise I will give you guys a story time. I just, there's so much, and it's really hard to pack it all in. So it'll probably be like in separate stories, but I'll try not to make it too much because I know how annoying that is. But I promise I'll give it to y'all, I promise. So stay tuned.
Now, she's backtracking. Therapy 4 times a week, 10 hours total, almost got committed. Look, I believe that. Divorce after 20 years is traumatic. But then she says, I was faithful the entire marriage. Except when we separated. But we were still married. But we were roommates. For financial reasons. Girl. You can't say I was faithful with 17 conditions attached. That's like saying I'm a vegetarian, except I eat chicken, fish, and steak. Babe, you eat meat. The "we were just roommates" excuse. That's called still being married. You can call it co-parenting, call it a financial arrangement, call it whatever helps you sleep at night. But the law calls it married. And sleeping with other people while you're married without an agreement, that's cheating with a legal document attached. She also admits the $10,000 thing was a joke, that she actually pays him. So, why make the joke? Who was that for? And if you tried so hard to make it work, why does your divorce video look like New Year's Eve? Something's not adding up. And the internet can smell it. Oh, and she's already teasing a story time. She's setting up more videos. That's not someone who wants peace. That's someone who wants control of the narrative. The dragging continued. So Ashley came back with backup. She brought God.
Hey y'all, I just wanted to come on here really quick because I'm the type to just be in my comment section and want to reply to everybody. And I just want to let you guys know that that video was no way me advocating for divorce. I actually very much so believe in marriage and have always wanted to be married, and I still hope that I will be married again someday. People in the comments saying that I'll never be married again after this or whatever. And for everybody saying, you know, throwing all your Bible verses at me, I didn't realize there was so many godly people out here, but I love that for y'all. I actually just found my way back to God in October. So I guess problem number 1 in our marriage was that Jesus was not the center of our marriage. We did not go to church. We did not read our Bible, nothing like that. I have since starting my healing journey, again, found my way to God, read my Bible. I've joined small groups. I'm doing a lot of things that I probably should have done a long time ago. But you live and you learn, right? I will say, now I can't go out here, you know, throwing all these Bible verses at you because I am a rookie when it comes to the Bible. Like I said, I just started this, right? But I do know that it does say in there that adultery is grounds for divorce, and that is why we got this divorce. For those saying that I cheated, no, I didn't. I was faithful to that man for our entire marriage. Yes, while we were separated, I partook in some activities that I probably shouldn't have because, again, we were still legally married. That doesn't make it right. But again, that was after we have already separated. Again, doesn't make it right. So I guess you could say I still cheated. But that was after we had both decided that we were just roommates at that point. We were cohabitating. because I mean, in this economy, it is very hard to live off of one income. And I've been with that man since I was 19 years old, so I've never been like truly on my own. So yeah. And here I am about to go to my part-time job after working all day at my full-time job, because I don't really get $10,000 a month. That was a joke. Just want to put that out there again. Just recently launched a new business, an organizational business. So that's what I'm about to do, because homegirl has got to get this money, right? So yeah, I just wanted to come on really quick just to say that. Again, I am going to do a story time, but I do have to work on my delivery, because apparently my humor is not everyone's humor. I thought that was a funny video, because again, we were celebrating, to us it was a good moment. I get divorce is a failure, but for us it wasn't, or it's not. And if you know us, people that do know us, everyone was supportive of our decision, even the God-fearing Christians in our lives. They knew that this divorce was supposed to happen. So yeah, I'll be back, but just wanted to clear that up. And please don't be so mean to me, okay? I'm very sensitive, okay? And I want to defend myself. I am such a good person, okay? I have a good heart. I do. I promise. I have a good heart. I'm not some crazy white woman that destroyed this black man's life. I promise. I promise. And never mind. So yeah, I'll be back. Bye, guys.
Now we're pulling out the Bible. Jesus wasn't the center of the marriage. She found God in October. Started small groups, reading scripture. And spiritual growth is beautiful. I'm not mocking that. But you can't use the Bible like a restaurant menu where you only order what you like. She's citing adultery is grounds for divorce, while conveniently skipping every other verse about marriage, forgiveness, and reconciliation. That's not faith, honey. That's selective reading. And she's still explaining the I cheated, but only after we separated, but while still married, but we were roommates situation. At this point, just say it. Yeah, I was legally married and slept with someone else. Done. Instead, she's adding terms and conditions like she's writing a software agreement. Then she hits us with, please don't be so mean. I'm sensitive. I have a good heart. Ma'am, you posted your divorce on TikTok. On purpose. That's like walking into a casino and being shocked you lost money. You invited the internet into your business, now they're here with opinions. Ashley's making video after video trying to control the story. Then his sister shows up, and this is where things go from messy to nuclear, because the sister brought receipts.
Hi, TikTok. That man that was in that video is my brother. And yes, he did look sad, but it wasn't because of that divorce. It's because our sister is no longer, and that happened just that Wednesday. And instead of getting consoled by his wife or supported, we have her gleaming and happy like the week of our sister passing. Mind you, our sister helped with the raising of her kids. I just don't really like the fact that I'm watching a video of somebody painting my brother to be, I can't even say watching a video, you're in the comments painting my brother to be out a bad person, but you're not a victim like at all. You cheated too, and you cheated with my niece's dad, with my sister, to my brother, her baby father. And it's like weird. And that was my brother's best man. Like, please stop painting yourself out to be an innocent person, because even before then, I knew you before my brother did. Do you remember the night you met my brother? You know what type of stuff you were on. Please stop. Stop talking about my brother. Stop making him to be out a bad person. And the kids are watching. The kids are you have your own daughter in the comments arguing with grown women about opinions. 1. 2, you have your daughters calling my niece's dad uncle. Like, people in our hometown are laughing about this because people actually know who you are and what you've done in your past, before your kids and even after your kids. Stop. Like, I know you don't have anything to do in your free time. I mean, because I don't even want to talk about, I know. Just stop talking about my brother, like making him to be, don't do a story time. No story time, Ashley. No story time. Just leave my brother alone. Our sister just passed. Be a nice wife. Console my brother like he should have around the time that he cheated, in quotations, when our brother passed. Robbie, you remember that? Okay, bye-bye now.
Hold on. Ashley cheated with the husband's niece's baby daddy, who was also his best man at the wedding. That's not just cheating, that's a family tree violation. That's Thanksgiving dinners. That's, hey, Uncle so-and-so. Even though he's not the uncle, yeah. That requires a diagram. The sister is rightfully furious. You're not a victim, you cheated too. But here's the bomb. Their sister just died. The husband's sibling passed away, unexpectedly. And instead of Ashley consoling him, she's posting happy divorce videos on TikTok. Even if the marriage was over, there's something called reading the room, and Ashley missed that memo entirely. The sister also says, "You remember the night you met my brother, you know what you were doing." Which implies Ashley's reputation preceded her. She was messy before this marriage even started. Oh, and the kids are in the comments, arguing with grown adults defending their mom. That's not their job. That's not their battle. And the fact it got that far shows how out of control this became. But where is the husband? His sister's fighting, his ex is talking, and he's silent. Maybe he's smart. Maybe he's got his own skeletons. Either way, that silence is loud. The sister wasn't done. She came back with more, and some of this is concerning.
I've been sitting here contemplating what I was going to say in response to anything, but this is the only response for any of the comments that I'm going to say is, we are still mourning my sister. I heard bits and pieces. I didn't hear, people kept saying in the comments that, like, things that she said on the video or whatever about me being pale skinned. Ashley, my father's actually black. I don't have to prove anything to you guys. Discrediting my family because I'm adopted doesn't mean anything to me as well. You've always brought this up. Mind you, you brought up the fact that I've been viral or doing what on the internet since I was 13. Yes, you were chilling with me at the age of 23. You guys are all 10 years older than me. You and my brother, correct? Yes. I was 13 and I was skipping school, hanging out at your house. That's how I knew you before my brother. And we were, and sorry, because I have plant on my fingers, it's really sticky, but we were doing that, and we were doing it around your first daughter, and that's why you locked your Facebook, is because I told them to go look at your Facebook posts. You used to be like so drunk around your second daughter that I stopped going to school as much, because not just my brother but you wouldn't stop doing what you were doing. And I think you need to tell people you were married for, I think, 4 years, I don't know how long, and my brother put you up for 11 out of those years, 11 or 10 out of them years. You didn't work at all. And I'm not gonna respond to my niece because I love her. I'm never gonna, I tried to be nice and like ask her not to do all this. Like, you're on live saying that my brother sells, and it's kind of weird because you dropped my nieces off to them. And also, yeah, I wasn't around my family for 4 or 5 years. That year, my brother, that was a cousin that was like a brother to me, he passed. I told you guys that. Then my uncle passed, and then after that my grandfather passed, and then after that my sister passed from my blood related family. And then I found out her daughter and also her daughter's sister was being shmeshmested, and everybody in the family knew about it but me. And I didn't want to call the police on my family. That's weird. I didn't want to call CPS. I just didn't want the kids to be left alone in a room together. And the niece that made the video, she was the one that pressed me and told me the whole story. And it traumatized me so much because I helped raise both of those little girls ever since they were born. And for somebody to sit there and say all these negative and bad things about other people, I don't even care to entertain it. Like, she is who she is. I don't need to make money off of this. I don't need to try to be an influencer. Like, you have my nieces twerking on your page. And my other niece's main focus is to try to be an influencer just like you. I'm on here lip singing and looking pretty. I don't do drama. My family doesn't do the internet. We're still mourning my sister. My nieces have to watch this. You guys. I know she doesn't care and nothing bothers her, but my nieces, her daughters that I help raise, have to watch this and watch me and her. I don't need to tarnish her name. I don't need to, like, I feel embarrassed, to be honest. My nieces have to watch this. That's the only thing that bothers me, is the kids are involved. Do you want to know how my niece feels about being viral? This is how she feels about going viral. And just look at the shirt that she has on the billboard. And I think she had to be 12 or 13 with a belly shirt. And that's the type of things that I don't want for my niece. I just got a text that she is crying about what's going on. No little kid wants to hear about stories like this. This app is for fun stuff. I understand there's a growing side of TikTok. Nobody wants to hear their own business on here. Especially when their sibling just passed. I definitely had to blend it. I know. But besides that, I got blocked by her. All I wanted was for her to stop talking about my brother.
So when the sister was 13, Ashley was 23, and they were hanging out doing questionable things. Before Ashley even dated the brother. A grown adult should not be partying with a middle schooler. That's not being cool. That's concerning. And the sister keeps saying their sibling just died. They're mourning. And instead of letting them grieve in peace, Ashley's airing family business for views. That's not just messy, that's cruel. All the sister wanted was for Ashley to stop talking about her brother. Ashley blocked her instead. That tells you everything. After getting aired out, Ashley came back swinging. And this is where we get to the really messy part.
Plot twist, he doesn't have a brother. If you're talking about his sister, if it is this pale, like, white girl that says that is his sister, yes, but is, I guess, his sister. His parents did adopt her as a baby. If you knew us or knew her, you would know that she uses her platform to try and destroy any and everyone that she does not like. There is a lot of bad blood between her and I. She has been lying to the internet about me since, like, MySpace days. Not just me, but, again, anybody that she dislikes. She's had a very large following since the age of 13. Those that know her know. I'm not gonna put this girl on blast because I'm not here to, like, be an internet bully. But those that know. She's grown now. I think she's, like, in her 30s. So I mean, it was expected when she was a child. She was very immature and will just go out of her way to destroy me or anybody on the internet. I didn't realize that she was still like that. So I would just really consider the source. She doesn't like me right now, or maybe not ever again. I don't really know. We go through these phases where we were cool, now we're not cool, now we're cool, we're not cool, we're cool, we're not cool. Some of the times that we've not been cool has been very, very, very ugly. And yes, I get that the timing is not right, because absolutely right, he did lose his sister unexpectedly last year. Me and that sister were actually very, very close, and she was fully supportive of the decision to leave and understood why. And her and I have actually talked a lot, and I was actually helping her through her healing journey. But as far as the sister that's bashing me now, I don't know what she's saying because I have her blocked. But I do know that she is known for lying a lot. And
before I blocked her earlier, I see that she put a comment on one of my videos about some trip that him and I took after my father passed away, which is not true. The last trip that we took was to St. Lucia in August 2022 after I found out that he cheated. And that was after I took him back. We were working on our marriage. Yes, we took a trip to St. Lucia. That was in August of 2022. My dad passed away in December of 2022. So I never took a trip after my dad passed away with him. I don't know what she's talking about. My dad, who lived with us, lived in our basement. And if we want to talk about like sad moments, then I could easily, bring up how my dad was on his deathbed and we had like 30 people in our basement, friends, family that had flown in, pastors, hospice, everybody was in the basement. And his cousin that also lived with us was in the basement. He was upstairs the whole time, never came. My dad got put on hospice on a Friday and passed away that Sunday. He never came downstairs one time. Matter of fact, while my dad was taking his last breath, I was laying on my dad's chest while he was taking his last breath. And my husband texts me and says, "Are you making dinner tonight?" No. He said, "So you're not making dinner tonight." Yeah, but this is a man that y'all are defending. Like, again, he's not a horrible person. He's done some horrible things. Same with me. I mean, I'm not this horrible person. I've done things I'm not proud of. We all have. We're human. But you're not going to sit here and make it look like I'm this horrible person that has ruined his life. Because one thing about me is I don't lie. I might withhold some information to save feelings and to, save people's reputations. But I do not go out of my way to lie to destroy anyone's reputation or character or anything like that. So you can bet that anything I say is the absolute truth. I might not put it all out there, but what I do put out there is 100% true. And I'm sure that anybody that knows her or has had beef with her, been on her bad side, can vouch for me that they've done the same, that she's done the same to them. Again, that's what she does. She uses her platform to try and destroy anybody it hasn't worked before. I mean, she went on this huge thing back in 2010 when him and I had our daughter, saying that the kid wasn't his, that her own niece wasn't his. Her niece, who is now 15 years old, sorry, she'll be 15 years old this year. She's 14 years old. Her niece, my daughter, that is 14 years old, who was very close with her. That was like her baby. Because again, I lived with him and his mom when I had my daughter. Her niece that was very close with her, recently texted her, and this woman, my husband's sister, said, "Do not text my phone ever again." She's defending her brother, yet she completely cut off her whole entire family. The only reason she's back now is because, yes, their sister passed away, and it is a sad time. And I'm happy that she's back, right? But she completely cut off her whole entire family. Didn't want anything to do with them. All of her nieces, her brothers, her sisters, didn't talk to anybody, okay? And matter of fact, she was one of the people that I did reach out to when he was cheating, because at that time we were good, and she had my back 100%. And if I can go back and find those text messages, hopefully I didn't delete them. I very rarely delete text messages, but there's some that I do. And since her and I don't talk a lot, hers might have been one. But I can show you that she was completely supportive and had very not nice things to say about her brother that cheated on me with a woman that was the same age as his oldest daughter. Okay?
Ashley's defense. The sister's adopted, lies on the internet, destroys people's reputations. Okay, but that doesn't address the accusations, does it? You cheated with the niece's baby daddy. Well, she's a liar. Those are different sentences. That's deflection, not a defense. But Ashley does bring up a valid point. Her dad was dying in their basement. Hospice was there. Family flew in. And the husband stayed upstairs the entire time. Never came down once. While her dad took his last breath, the husband texted, asking about dinner. If that's true, that's cold. That's checked out of the marriage behavior. Then she says, "I don't lie. I just withhold information to save feelings." Babe, that is lying. It's called lying by omission. You can't claim to be honest while admitting you strategically leave things out. Pick a lane. She confirms the husband cheated with someone the same age as his oldest daughter. So, he's got age-inappropriate relationships too. See, nobody's innocent here. He cheated. She cheated. The sisters got beef. This family's a whole ecosystem of dysfunction. She also goes off about the sister cutting off the family for years and only coming back after their sister died. Which, okay, but what does that have to do with your affair? We're talking about your actions, not the sister's family drama. More deflection, and we're still not done, because Ashley had more to say. A lot more.
Dang, y'all are making me work today. No, I did not cheat on him with his sister's husband. He has 2 sisters aside from her, if that's what you want to call her. One was married, and I wouldn't touch that man with a 10-foot pole. You couldn't pay me $1 million to touch that man. His other sister has never been married. If she is referring to, again, this doesn't make it right, but her sister, or his sister, has a child who is with this man, and that relationship is 23 years old. Okay, again, it doesn't make it right, but they were together in like middle school. Okay, so it's not like as bad as she's trying to make it seem. I get it's not ideal, right? But we can't help who we like. Okay, I'm sorry. And it was a mutual decision, so whatever. And yeah, so I was gonna get to that, but people love to tell my story for me. But since she wants to air that part out, the part that I was saving for a story time was the whole adultery thing. And I will give like a full story time on it, but just, you know, to keep y'all engaged, I guess, the whole adultery thing, it was multiple times, but the last, or the one that, like, what was it, what's the saying, the straw that broke the camel's back, was with a, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, I don't know if she was officially but I know that she did exchanges she did favors for again, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. So he was supplying a girl's fet addiction in exchange for SE. A girl that is the same age as his oldest daughter. So again, it's a lot. It's a lot. So his sister or whoever can try to make me look like bad. Yes, who I decided to engage with was, you know, frowned upon, but I didn't do it to be malice. I didn't do it out of malice. I didn't do it to, like, out of revenge. I genuinely fell for the guy. I've known him for over a decade. We've been friends for over a decade. Yes, of course I met him through my husband. So yeah, it was messy. It was messy. But it doesn't even touch all the things that he's done to me. And like, 2 wrongs don't make a right. I totally understand. And I know I'm crazy for putting like all of my business out on the internet, but it's my story. Like, I was going to write a book anyways, and I still am. But I have a crazy story, and people can try and make me look like I'm this bad person. I'm not. I still pray for him. I mean, I've always prayed for him. I pray for him every night, along with others who don't deserve, I shouldn't say that, but I pray for a lot of people that you would be surprised. Okay. I want him to be happy. I want him to be healed. He has done some crazy, horrible things that his sister, his family, nobody knows. And I probably won't even share some because, again, I'm not here to destroy him. I was just here to tell my story. But if she wants to try and destroy me, I mean, I hate that he's going to be caught in the crossfire between his sister and his ex-wife because regardless, that man does love me. I mean, we're not in love, but we've built a family together. He's got my back. He's an addict. He has a he suffers from severe alcoholism. So when he's drunk, he does some wild things. So you might see him on here. I mean, she's staying with him right now while they're, you know, this whole ordeal with like losing their sister and stuff. So she might catch him on a drunk night and get him to say some crazy things. Let me know so I can try and tell you my piece, because I can guarantee you it won't be true. I'm an honest person. I promise. I've done things that I'm not proud of. I'm not perfect, but I'm honest. Take accountability. And I own up to my shit. So, yeah.
Okay, so now we're getting details. She didn't cheat with his sister's husband. She cheated with his other sister's baby daddy. And that relationship is over 20 years old. They were together since middle school. And look, that's still family adjacent and messy. But it's not as bad as the sister made it sound. Still inappropriate? Yes. Still gonna make family gatherings weird? Absolutely. But context matters. Then she drops the real bomb about his cheating. He was supplying a young woman's addiction in exchange for sexual favors. He drained their savings to feed this woman's habit. Let me be clear. He was paying for someone's drug addiction to sleep with her. Sir, escorts exist. You could have paid less and not traumatized your wife. Now she's telling the whole internet about your little arrangement. Was it worth it? She admits she fell for the guy she cheated with, known him for over a decade, met him through the husband. It was messy. But she's saying two wrongs don't make a right, while also saying, but look at what he did to me. You can't have it both ways. And here's where I actually believe her. The husband's an addict, severe alcoholism, does wild things when he's drunk, falls asleep in the front yard, pees in the house thinking it's a toilet. That's not casual drinking, that's a problem. And she tried to help him for years, but you can't help someone who doesn't want help. So now the full picture's coming together. He's an addict who cheated with someone his daughter's age. She's someone with a history of internet drama who cheated with a family friend. They're both messy. They both failed. This marriage was doomed. All right. So we've heard from Ashley multiple times. We've heard from the sister. And they're still not done. The sister's got some final thoughts about all this. And then Ashley comes back one more time with the longest explanation yet.
I'm not speaking on that subject again, but a lot of you women in the comments are very, very scorned. And I can't be around people like you who need to get back at people. And I don't know, like, you're very vengeful. And you guys are like 40-year-olds with kids. You're raising your child to be vengeful and spiteful and nasty. The only thing that I'm going to tell you guys is, y'all are saying, her niece is probably already known. I'm telling you guys, when you do embarrassing stuff on the internet, your kids can see that. Their friends can see that. And I can tell a lot of you guys are your friends' kids. I'm a 90s babe. I don't want to be cool with no little kids. And that same girl that I was talking about, the sister-in-law, she was 23 chilling with me when I was 13. And a lot of you got that type of mindset. I don't want my nieces twerking on her TikTok. I don't want to see kids twerking. It's weird. Y'all can be friends with y'all children, but over here, no. No, thank you. With my sister passing, I'm done, like, even responding to the comments. I'm not my sister-in-law. If y'all say something disrespectful, yeah, I am gonna respond. But other than that, what I've learned is misery loves company. All I'm saying is my sister just passed. That's all I'm thinking about. I don't care about, like, y'all are missing the point. Like, if Timmy had 2 apples, y'all have kids? Y'all have kids and you're like, we're right here. Why are you over here? Why are you over here? And, like, a lot of y'all be so hurt. As a healed person, bruh, and I don't mean just from, like, if you watch the video that I posted after that video of why I stopped talking about family, I'm not going to think about every single time that I do something to spite or get one up on somebody that doesn't like me.
All right, hopefully this is my last video. I know I keep saying that, but I have a very hard time not wanting to defend myself. But as I replied to one of the comments earlier, saying how I do live in a very small town, I knew it was a matter of time before some of those people were gonna come on here, and give their 2 cents.
I try to like block them as they come, because I really don't have like that mean girl energy or like that bully behavior, and I don't want to do that. And like sometimes when when you're trying to defend yourself, it comes out, we're not perfect, I'm not perfect, but I don't want to do that. So I try to block them, because I don't want them to like bring that out of me, because again, I've been on this healing journey for almost a year, and I don't want to allow them to be able to take me back, or I don't want to allow them to take me back. I don't know if I said that right. Again, I was just sharing my story, and I still am going to share my story. But the problem is the town that I live in, everybody wants to share my story for me, and they don't want to tell the truth. I mean, some of the people, I won't say all, because some of the ones that live in the town, I really don't know them, but I can say 3 of them that I've seen on here are just very messy, very miserable, very like drama fueled. And you might think of me like that because of these like videos, but again, it was never meant to like be like this. I was just gonna be on here sharing my story. I was posting the divorce and gonna post, like why and what led up to the divorce, because we were together for so long. I'm not out here to like talk about this girl, that girl, and like all the girls in between. But some of them want to bring themselves in the comments because this has gone viral, and I guess everybody wants a piece of the pie. I don't really freaking know. But like I said, I tell the truth. I will tell the truth. And for those saying like it's not looking so good for me, that's fine. Like it isn't. Again, this is my life. This is my story. I mean, it's not. Some of the things that happened, it's not like I wanted them to happen, but they did, and I'm just gonna share it because I have a testimony too. Like, I mean, if you were to know the things that I went through last year and where I'm at today, it is a complete, 180. Yes, the man that I chose to have relations with, I was wrong. I mean, he was in a relationship. I was in a very broken place. Doesn't make it right. And, the person that he was with, she'll get on here and talk till she's blue in the face saying that they're together. They're not. But again, it doesn't make it right, because they were together at the point that all this happened. But we deaded all that. It happened when it shouldn't. We deaded it all. We decided to be friends, and we're still friends. So people don't like that, but we're adults and we're both single, and we can be friends if we want. So again, I don't want to be out here like, I'm going to try my best not to like talk about these women. I know there's going to be so many videos now, these people like trying to trash me. And I'm going to try very hard to refrain from doing the same, because I don't want to be that person. But, it is very hard when people are constantly trying to tear you down, especially when you worked so hard to like rebuild. I literally am starting over. I mean, I hit rock bottom. When I tell you I hit rock bottom, I hit rock bottom. It's taken a lot of therapy. I'm still in therapy. It's taken a lot of church services. It's taken a lot of small groups, a lot of talks with, different councils to get me here. And I'm still healing. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm just so glad that I am not where I was last year. Those that know me and know where I was, they can vouch for that. It was not looking too good for your girl. And people might say that's karma, and maybe that's true. But again, I am a good person. I've made mistakes, but this is me taking accountability. I own up to them. So that's the worst that they're going to say about me. And again, I was just here to share the story of me and my husband, who he was fully aware of this. We've been talking about it. And the reason it's taking me so long to do the story time is because I wanted his input. And we've been talking about, things that I'm allowed to share and not allowed to share, what he's comfortable with. Because again, this is not like to destroy him. It was just kind of trying to shed some light on why we decided to divorce after being together for so long. We were together very young. I was 19 when I got with him. He was 24, 25. We were together for almost 10 years before we got married. We got engaged when I was 29. Married when I was 29. I don't remember. It was right before I was 30. I don't know the exact timeline off the top of my head. But we were together for a very long time, and we married very young. And yes, we weren't ready for marriage. We did it because we thought it was the right thing to do. We had a child together after already having other children, not to mention him having a child, during a separate child with his ex-girlfriend, during our relationship. So I stuck with him through that, raised that child. and like forgave him for that, truly like forgave him for that. You know, so my daughter and my stepdaughter, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that anymore since we're divorced, but they're like a year apart. So I mean, it's cool now. I mean, it's that's old. They're what, like 13 and 14 years old. So again, that's old news, and I'm sorry this is a very long video. You can speed it up on 2 times speed, 3 times speed, whatever, but because I do plan for this to hopefully be my last one, I'm just trying to get as much as I can out there. This is not me trying to like save face or make myself like look good or whatever. There's ugly things that happened that I'm not proud of, but the whole point of this was to shed light again on the divorce, the whole adultery thing. I'll just do like a quick little like cliff notes on it. It was yes, he cheated. Well, I think I already said that in one of the other videos. He was supplying a girl's fet addiction in exchange for a very young girl, might I add. It was the same age as his oldest daughter, who he has, you know, from his first relationship. So what, she was like, I don't know, 20, and I don't know, this happened a couple years ago, so I think like she was, what, 20 at the time, he was 40 at the time. So, or maybe not, maybe he was 39, I don't know, but it was, again, it was a woman the same age as his child. And I found out in a very traumatic way. He had basically drained our savings to pay this woman. Well, not to pay, but he basically drained our savings to buy, to give to her in order for the favors that she gave to him. So it's a lot. But that's what happened, and that's what kind of led to all this, and then a lot of things in between. We grew apart. Again, I was 19 when I met him. That was like in our party phase. I was a super hardy girl. All we did was drink, and people grow, and he still is doing that, not partying, but again, he's an alcoholic, so he drinks every day. He doesn't just casually drink. I mean, he drinks to get drunk, stumbling, I mean, just like completely like embarrassing himself and myself. I'm talking about like falling asleep in the front yard, like, you know, waking up and peeing in our front yard instead of a bathroom, you know, or like peeing in the middle of the floor because he's so drunk and is mistaking it for a toilet, just like stuff like that, like just like crazy things. So there's so many things, like I couldn't take it. I mean, I get we have history, but you want me to deal with this for another 16 years just because that's what's right, and I should do that because we have kids. Our kids are so much happier. And part of our divorce agreement is he's not supposed to be drinking while the kids are with him, and he's still drinking. And, you know, you don't see me out here trying to take his rights away because of that, because I am trying to, you know, give him grace. I know he struggles. I tried our whole relationship to try and help him to get help, but you can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped, right? And I'm tired of trying. He didn't want to grow. Maybe he will now. I mean, maybe this will, you know, maybe this will be a wake-up call for him, but his drinking has led to very traumatic things. He's put our kids' lives in danger very many times. And I'm sorry for the long video, but yeah, there you go, guys. I'll still do a story time at some point, but that's a lot for y'all to pack in for right now.
So, that happened. Let's talk about what we just witnessed, because there's a lot to unpack here, and I got thoughts. First, let's address the husband situation. This man was supplying someone's drug addiction in exchange for with a woman the same age as his daughter. Drained their entire savings to feed her habit. Sir, you know what's cheaper than funding someone's addiction? Literally anything else. Therapy, a divorce lawyer, a hobby. But you chose the most expensive, most devastating, most humiliating option possible. And now your ex-wife is telling the whole internet about it. Was it worth it? Because it doesn't sound like it was worth it. But he's also an alcoholic who falls asleep in the front yard pees on the floor thinking it's a toilet, and apparently asked about dinner while his wife's father was taking his last breath in the basement. That's not just addiction. That's complete emotional absence. So yeah, he's not innocent. He's messy. He failed as a husband, but, and this is a big but, Ashley's not innocent either. She's out here saying she has a good heart. She's honest. She's taking accountability. But then she posts her divorce like it's a celebration, makes jokes about child support, airs everything on the internet, keeps making video after video instead of just logging off. And she cheated with someone she met through her husband, someone embedded in the family, someone she'd known for over a decade. That's not falling into temptation. That's calculated. And the whole "we were separated, we were roommates" defense. Ma'am, if you're still living together, still legally married, and you sleep with someone else, that's cheating. You can dress it up however you want, but that's what it is. Own it. Say, yeah, I cheated. Here's why I'm not proud of it. Instead, she's out here adding conditions, like she's negotiating a contract. Here's the uncomfortable truth. They both destroyed this marriage. He cheated first, multiple times, with inappropriate partners. She took him back, then cheated herself. He's an addict who refused help. She turned their divorce into content. They grew up together and never learned how to grow a pot. And now their kids get to watch this entire circus play out online forever. Those kids are gonna be in therapy for years. The sister's right about one thing though. The timing of all this is cruel. Their sibling just died. The family's grieving. And instead of letting them mourn in peace, Ashley's posting videos, making accusations, airing secrets. Even if everything she's saying is true, there's something called timing. There's something called grace. And she didn't have either. But you know who I actually feel bad for? The kids. They didn't ask for any of this. They didn't ask for their mom to post their family drama online. They didn't ask to watch their parents destroy each other publicly. They didn't ask to be in the comments defending their mom to strangers. And now, this is on the internet forever. Their classmates can see this. Their future partners can see this. Their own future kids can see this. That's the legacy Ashley and her ex-husband left them. And the husband still hasn't said a word. Not one video, not one statement, nothing. Now maybe that's maturity. Maybe he realized you can't win against the internet and decided to stay quiet. Or maybe he's got secrets he doesn't want exposed. Either way, his silence while his ex-wife and sister fight his battles is telling. Here's what we learned from this mess. Social media is not your therapist. Your followers are not your friends. And airing your divorce online will not give you the validation you're looking for. All it does is invite strangers into your business. And once they're in, you can't control what they say. You can't control the narrative. You can't make them see you as the hero. Because for every person who supports you, there's 10 more who will call you out. If you're going through a divorce, here's what you do. Get a good lawyer. Get a good therapist. Talk to people who actually know you, not people on the internet. And for the love of God, keep your kids out of it. They don't need to see you celebrating their family falling apart. They don't need to be in comment sections defending you. Let them be kids. Ashley wanted the internet to validate her decision. She wanted people to say, yes, you did the right thing. You're so brave. Instead, she got dragged. The sister exposed her. The town came for her. And now she's making video after video, trying to control damage that can't be controlled. Because once you put something online, it's It's out there. Forever. And you can't take it back. So, what's the lesson here? Simple. Your divorce is not content. Your trauma is not entertainment. And your kids should never, ever have to defend your choices to strangers on the internet. Log off. Heal privately. Move on quietly. Because this is what happens when you don't. And honestly, I hope both of them find peace. I hope they get the help they clearly need. I hope they co-parent successfully and give those kids some stability. But most of all, I hope they stay off TikTok, because clearly social media and their family do not mix.